Now at 5, new plans for a local Halloween destination, allowing families to celebrate the season and learn about nature at the same time. Plus, how senior citizens benefit from today's health fair at the Pittsburgh YMCA, and
a government shutdown is looming after President Trump cancels a meeting with Democratic leaders. I'm Erica Brown with more on the standoff over government funding.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A newly announced partnership has the community excited for this year's Ghostly Glades event. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. Wildcat Glades has opened up more spaces for their annual event after announcing they're partnering now with Drakenmore, a beloved Joplin Halloween destination. Organizers at Drakenmore announced they're taking a break this year, citing financial challenges and traffic issues. Well, now small parts of the Drakenmore will be used at Ghostly Glades as part of the fairy tale themed event. Organizers say it's a great opportunity for families to celebrate the season while learning about nature.
Some of their trees and some of their other really neat props, which really helps us out because it helps with the budget, extremely helps with the budget since this is a free event. And they also are going to be bringing out some different educational elements. I think that's new for them.
Families are required to register in advance for a slot during the 2-day event, October 24th and 25th. Spots fill up quickly, but you're encouraged to check back in to see future availability. If you're looking for Halloween or fall events right here in the 4 states, but you don't know where to turn, well, don't worry, we've got you covered. This QR code will take you straight to the events page of our website. Of course, that's KOAMnewsnow.com. Just scan it with your phone. You can do it right now. You'll find information on all kinds of family fun events, including plenty of information on fall festivals and spooky or maybe not so spooky haunted houses. The events page at KOAMnewsnow.com. Some nice days to get outside in the near future. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty.
Yeah, it's definitely been kind of on the wet side over the past several days, and we do still have some showers out there as we go through the evening hours, but then we see a pretty good stretch. Sunny skies returning as we go into your Thursday, plus our temperatures are going to be great. We're going to be into the upper 70s, 80s as we go into the weekend, but as of right now, we do still have some light showers kind of rotating through on the back side of this storm system. Majority of it is on the Missouri side, and then a little more scattered once you get out across southeastern Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma. A couple of rumbles of thunder, it's not a big deal, but a few heavy little downpours out there. One just west of Pittsburgh, near Columbus, a little cluster towards Stockton Lake, Neosho to Monette. And again, we're going to see these over the next few hours. These are going to rotate out and die by the time we get into the morning hours. We'll look at the rest of the week here in a bit.
Doug, thanks. Homeland Security says a gunman shot 3 detainees at an ICE facility in Dallas before taking his own life. 2 of the victims died, the others in critical condition. The FBI called it a targeted attack against ICE. Officials say a gunman armed with a rifle opened fire on the center from a rooftop across the street. Homeland Security says the shooter fired indiscriminately at the facility and at a van parked outside. At least 1 victim was shot while running from the van to try to get help. No law enforcement officers were hurt. 1 week out from a potential government shutdown, and the people responsible for striking a deal to keep it open now say the talks are off. Erica Brown has details from Capitol Hill.
The threat of a government shutdown is looming after President Trump canceled a meeting with congressional Democratic leaders originally planned for Thursday. The president wrote on social media that after reviewing demands from Democrats, I have decided that no meeting with their congressional leaders could possibly be productive. Democrats fired back, accusing Trump of running away from negotiations to avert a shutdown.
Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the presidency. It's clear they have decided to shut the government down.
House Republicans proposed a short-term funding extension with millions for enhanced security measures for lawmakers, the judiciary, and executive branch in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination.
This is the same budget that the Democrats approved 6 months ago, just adjusted for inflation. And unfortunately, all of a sudden now, they want to shut down the government.
Last week, the House GOP plan failed in the Senate, along with an alternative proposal from Senate Democrats.
Republican leaders canceled votes in Washington, D.C. that were scheduled to take place next Monday and Tuesday on the eve of the government shutdown.
Democrats want to extend Affordable Care Act subsidies set to expire at the end of the year.
Donald Trump, you're not a king. You're not a king. The way this country works, you got to sit down with people you may not agree with and come to an agreement, come to a negotiation.
The Democrats' requests are completely unhinged and unreasonable and unserious.
Lawmakers adjourned last week, and House Speaker Mike Johnson says there are no plans for the House to return before the October 1st deadline. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
House Democrats say they do plan to return to Capitol Hill Monday to be prepared for a vote, even though Congress is in recess. The Pittsburgh YMCA today hosted a health fair for senior citizens. There were various resources available to area seniors, including information on medication, fitness coaching, and hospice.
When it comes time that they need the help in the home, or they can no longer be at home and they have to go somewhere, if they're struggling financially, they need help with their insurance, whether it's traditional Medicare, Advantage plans, any of those things, they know exactly who to call.
This is the first year they've done this health fair. They hope to bring it back every year. Still ahead, the cost of housing.
Mortgage rates are finally going down, but affording a home remains challenging. I'm Jill Schlesinger with your fall housing update.
But first, lessons from one family's successful battle against childhood cancer. That's next in Health Watch. Topping today's Health Watch, September is Childhood Cancer Month. It's estimated currently about 500,000 cancer survivors were first diagnosed under the age of 20. That's according to the National Cancer Institute. 85% of children diagnosed with cancer now survive 5 years or more, highlighting the importance of following these patients as they can develop health problems later in life related to their treatment. Jessica Moore has one family's story.
Beep, beep. Hannah Barbu is a happy, healthy 7-year-old who loves to dance.
Yes.
And do puzzles. She's also a cancer survivor. At just 10 weeks old, she was diagnosed with a rare cancer that starts in the nerve cells called neuroblastoma.
You're living your worst nightmare.
Hannah endured 4 rounds of chemotherapy over 3 months.
You go from having this brand new baby at home to now living in a hospital. She had a really bad reaction to one of the chemos and went into full-blown anaphylactic shock. I mean, I literally turned purple and stopped breathing in my arms.
The treatment was successful. Hannah is now among hundreds of childhood cancer survivors receiving lifelong follow-up and care through Northwell Health's Survivors Facing Forward program.
We know that many of the critical treatments that we rely on to achieve cure are associated with a wide variety of health problems and psychosocial challenges that may arise months to even decades after treatment.
Dr. Lena Jaffe says late effects can include heart disease, secondary cancers associated with treatment, endocrine, and fertility complications.
Our program is designed to not only screen for and address these long-term challenges, but also provide patients and families with the counseling, guidance, and support that they need.
This just adds like an extra worry for her future.
Laura says the support Hannah has gives them peace of mind.
So many other families don't get the opportunity that I get. To see her grow and see her be the person that she is just the greatest honor. I'm so grateful because it could have been a lot worse.
So they don't take any of these moments for granted. Jessica Moore, CBS News.
More than 9,500 children in the U.S. will be diagnosed with cancer in 2025. That's according to the American Cancer Society. Air pollution might be harming children's eyesight. A University of Birmingham study found that while genetics and excessive screen time play a major role in myopia in kids, air pollution also has a negative impact. The The study suggests air purifiers in classrooms and closing streets to cars during school drop-offs and pickup times could improve eye health. And eating certain fruits and veggies can raise the levels of harmful pesticides in the body. Yeah, an environmental working group study found that strawberries, spinach, and bell peppers have higher levels of pesticides than other produce. The study raises questions about current food safety regulations set by the government. In higher levels, pesticides have been linked to cancer and reproductive issues. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, our Pet Vet on Call.
Hi, I'm Dr. Eva Dudek from Parsons Pet Hospital. Coming up, we're going to talk about why cats need scratching posts.
Plus, we still have some showers out there through the evening hours. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be a kind of showery day once again for us today after all the rain that we have seen over the past couple days. In fact, I backed this up to about 48 hours just even though we have rain over the weekend, but I wanted you to be able to see where the heaviest was just over the past 2 days. In southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas kind of take the cake. Bentonville had 8 to 10 inches before this, so there's been a lot of rain, but Jasper, Newton, McDonald, Lawrence, Berry County, Benton County all had picked up 1 to 3 inches over the past few days. Now a little bit lighter on the Kansas and the Oklahoma side, but still widespread rain. We needed it because it's going to dry out quite a bit as we go through the next several days. All right, so we're on the backside of this storm system. Light showers continuing to rotate through. We are getting a little bit of thunder in there, but these aren't strong storms by any means. But yeah, there's going to be a little bit of thunder. You can see these moving from north to south across the region. Very hit and miss, but let's go ahead and zoom in just a bit. So one guy just south of Nevada. So if you're on the highway, yeah, it's going to come down for at least 5 or 10 minutes. Couple little guys, Crawford, Cherokee County. Let's look into Oklahoma, scattered, Nowata, and also Craig County. And then we'll look back through southwest Missouri from Neosho, Monette, over towards Springfield. But again, these are going to be out there for the next 2 or 3 hours. All right, let's go through time. By 9 or 10 p.m., anything that is out there now will be gone. Heading into Thursday morning, starting kind of cool, upper 50s and partly sunny skies. Mid 70s by noon. Once we get into the afternoon, pretty good day, 77, 78, 79 degrees. As we go into Thursday night, another comfortable night. You can open up the windows, mid 50s, and then a smidge warmer on Friday. I think most of us about 79 or 80 as we go into Friday afternoon. All right, on your Thursday, 58 start, 74 by noon, high temp, 78 degrees. Let's jump into 4-State Friday night high school football. Just fantastic. 73 at kickoff, 66 by the fourth quarter. So looking pretty good. Let's go outside right now. Great shot of our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. A lot of clouds. Still have those showers out there, and those are going to be sticking around throughout the evening as we slide from 70s into the 60s and eventually the upper 50s. Now, where we don't have the clouds and the showers, you're in the 70s, getting a little bit of sunshine. So a little bit warmer once you get into our western counties. But here's our back wave, and this is going to eject east as we go through the next couple days, and then a whole bunch of nothing going on out to our west, and that is what's going to be rolling in. All right, so let's look at the weekend real quick. Low to mid 80s Saturday. It's going to be warmer over the weekend, but it will be dry on Sunday. Also, mid 80s for afternoon highs. 78 on Thursday, 80 on Friday, 84 Saturday and Sunday. We hold mainly low to mid 80s all the way through next week.
Beautiful weekend to get outside.
Great.
Thanks, Doug. Coming up, how artificial intelligence is helping to track pollution. Topping today's Consumer Watch, mortgage rates have dropped, but is the housing market finally getting more affordable? CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger has the fall housing update.
It's true, mortgage rates have declined to the lowest levels of the year, but housing market affordability is a little more complicated. The median home price is nearly $440,000, up 34% from 5 years ago, according to Redfin. The good news is that the rate of price increases has slowed down. And in some once hot areas like the Sun Belt, prices have fallen from their peak. But even with moderating prices and 30-year mortgage rates at around 6.25%, the cost of carrying a home loan is steep. Adding to the challenge, getting together the recommended down payment of 10 or 20%. The good news is that there are more than 2,000 down payment assistance programs, according to the company Down Payment Resource, which tracks them nationwide. For those prospective homeowners getting help from their families, be clear about whether they are gifting you the money or lending it. In New York, I'm CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
It's interesting. You could soon be able to track soot pollution in your neighborhood and determine where it's coming from. The system, called Climate Trace, uses artificial intelligence and satellite technology to track the source and plume of tiny particles of pollution. The tracking has been expanded to neighborhoods in 2,500 cities around the world now. Former Vice President Al Gore started the program.
If your child has asthma or a member of your family has difficulty breathing for other reasons, you can see exactly where it's coming from.
System finds New York City ranks in the top 5 of the most people exposed to soot pollution. Studies show particle pollution kills millions of people worldwide. Disney is hiking prices on its streaming services. Starting October 21st, the ad-supported Disney Plus plan will jump $2 to $11.99 a month. The ad-free version is increasing by $3 to $18.99 a month. Fees for bundled plans with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN will also go up. The announcement comes as Disney has faced calls for boycotts after its temporary suspension of ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live show, which returned last night. A final check of the forecast up next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, the Trump administration is touting a chemotherapy drug as a treatment for autism. We're going to meet a doctor on the forefront of this research. Then on KOAM News at 6, find out more about that new partnership that has Joplin excited about a twist to ghostly glades. Plus, senior citizens enjoy that special health fair day at the Pittsburgh YMCA. And in sports, how upperclassmen are leading the Parsons football team this season. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and KOAM News at 6. Sometimes you just have to scratch an itch, and sometimes your cat just has an itching to scratch. Today, our Pet Vet on Call answers the question, why do cats need scratching posts?
Because it is a natural behavior for cats. Sometimes it might be a territorial marking thing. It definitely helps them stretch their muscles. It might help them keep their claw health going with fractured nails or broken nails that they need to remove. So if you don't provide a scratching post for your cat, it will find something that will work. And most of the time, it doesn't go over well with us. So get them a scratching post.
You know, we invite questions from anyone. If you have a question, you just send it to petvet@koamtv.com. Dr. Eva Dudek from the Parsons Pet Hospital answers a different question or brings us a fun fact every Wednesday right here on KOAM News at 5. You can also find answers to previous questions on our website. All right, let's check out our picks of the litter for the week. First, from the Joplin Humane Society, a big-eared Australian cattle dog named Chicken. Because why not? Chicken is a young male, apparently a Chiefs fan. You can tell by the chicken bandana. And from the Southeast Kansas Humane Society, Sherlock Holmes fans might appreciate this female kitten named Moriarty. If you're looking for a pet, why not check out your local Humane Society? Some good days ahead to get outside with the pet.
Yeah, definitely. We're still going to have showers sticking around this evening, but look at Thursday, look at Friday, 78 tomorrow, 80 on Friday, low to mid 80s over the weekend.
Looking forward to the first official weekend of fall.
Yeah, looks good.
Thanks for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next, and of course, we're going to be right back here for KOAM News at 6. Let's make it a great evening.